Life of St. Anthony, parts 40 through 43. His address to monks, exhorting them to perseverance and encouraging them against the wiles of Satan. Part 40. Once a demon, exceeding high, appeared with pomp and dared to say, I am the power of God, and I am providence. What dost thou wish that I shall give thee? But I then so much the more breathed upon him, and spoke the name of Christ, and set about to smite him. And I seemed to have smitten him, and forthwith he, big as he was, together with all his demons, disappeared at the name of Christ. At another time, while I was fasting, he came full of craft, under the semblance of a monk, with what seemed to be loaves, and gave me counsel, saying, Eat and cease from thy many labors. Thou also art a man, and art like to fall sick. But I, perceiving his device, rose up to pray, and he endured it not, for he departed. And through the door there seemed to go out as it were smoke. How often in the desert has he displayed what resembled gold, that I should only touch it and look on it. But I sang psalms against him, and he vanished away. Often they would beat me with stripes, and I repeated again and again, Nothing shall separate me from the love of Christ. And at this time they rather fell to beating one another. Nor was it that I stayed them and destroyed their power. But it was the Lord who said, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. But I, children, mindful of the apostles' words, transfer this to myself, that you might learn not to faint in discipline, nor to fear the devil, nor the delusions of the demons. Part 41. And since I had become a fool in detailing these things, receive this also as an aid to your safety and fearlessness. And believe me, for I do not lie. Once someone knocked at the door of my cell, and going forth, I saw one who seemed of great size and tall. Then, when I inquired, Who art thou? He said, I am Satan. Then, when I said, Why art thou here? He answered, Why do the monks and all other Christians blame me undeservedly? Why do they curse me hourly? Then I answered, Wherefore dost thou trouble thee? He said, I am not he who troubles them, but they trouble themselves, for I am become weak. Have they not read, The swords of the enemy hath come to an end, and thou hast destroyed the cities? I have no longer a place, a weapon, a city. The Christians are spread everywhere, and at length even the desert is filled with monks. Let them take heed to themselves, and let them not curse me undeservedly. Then I marveled at the grace of the Lord, and said to him, Thou who art ever a liar, and never speakest the truth, this at length, even against thy will, thou hast truly spoken. For the coming of Christ hath made thee weak, and he hath cast thee down and stripped thee. But he, having heard the Saviour's name, and not being able to bear the burning from it, vanished. Part 42. If, therefore, the devil himself confesses that his power is gone, we ought utterly to despise both him and his demons. And since the enemy, with his hounds, has but devices of this sort, we, having got to know their weakness, are able to despise them. Wherefore, let us not despond after this fashion, nor let us have a thought of cowardice in our heart, nor frame fears for ourselves, saying, I am afraid lest a demon should come and overthrow me, lest he should lift me up and cast me down, or lest, rising against me on a sudden, he confound me. Such thoughts let us not have in mind at all, nor let us be sorrowful as though we are perishing. But rather, let us be courageous and rejoice always, believing that we are safe. Let us consider in our soul that the Lord is with us, who put the evil spirits to flight and broke their power. Let us consider and lay to heart that while the Lord is with us, our foes can do us no harm. For when they come, they approach us in a form corresponding to the state in which they discover us, and adapt their delusions to the condition of the mind in which they find us. If, therefore, they find us timid and confused, they forthwith beset the place, like robbers, having found it unguarded. And what we of ourselves are thinking, they do, and also more. For if they find us faint-hearted and cowardly, they mightily increase our terror by their delusions and threats. And with these the unhappy soul is thenceforth tormented. But if they see us rejoicing in the Lord, contemplating the bliss of the future, mindful of the Lord, deeming all things in his hand, and that no evil spirit has any strength against the Christian, nor any power at all over anyone, when they behold the soul fortified with these thoughts, they are discomfited and turned backwards. Thus the enemy, seeing Job fenced round about with them, withdrew from them. But finding Judas unguarded, him he took captive. Thus, if we are wishful to despise the enemy, let us ever ponder over the things of the Lord, and let the soul ever rejoice in hope. And we shall see the snares of the demon are like smoke, and if the evil ones themselves flee rather than pursue. For they are, as I said before, exceeding fearful, ever looking forward to the fire prepared for them. Part 43. And for your fearlessness against them, hold this sure sign. Whenever there is any apparition, be not prostrate with fear, but whatsoever it be, first boldly ask, Who art thou? And from whence comest thou? And if it should be a vision of the holy ones, they will assure you and change your fear into joy. But if the vision should be from the devil, immediately it becomes feeble, beholding your firm purpose of a mind. For merely to ask, Who art thou? And whence comest thou? Is a proof of coolness. But thus asking, the son of none, learning who is his helper was, nor did the enemy escape the questioning of Daniel.
If you are enjoying this series, please consider making a donation to the St. John of Damascus Orthodox Educational Initiative. We are asking the faithful to support our scholarship fund, which will help ensure that an education based on the Orthodox Christian faith and following the classical model is available to all interested families of our eparchy and other like-minded Orthodox Christians, regardless of their financial circumstances. We are also asking for donations to help us make renovations and improvements to our new physical headquarters, located on the property of the Holy Ascension Parish in Bearsville, New York. Please see the link in the description of this video to learn how you can donate and support the future of our church, that is, the youth of our church. God bless you. Through the prayers of St. John of Damascus.